Next week, the NOAH Project is celebrating 40 years of service to survivors of abuse with a very special guest, and tickets are still available. Here with us now is Cynthia Garcia. Thank you for joining us today.
Yes.
So first of all, we have to talk about your t-shirt, and I absolutely love one, which I'm definitely going to have to get one. So explain what your t-shirt is.
Basically, we're saying is don't go silent for Domestic Violence Awareness Month. We're hoping that victims come forward and ask for help.
And tell us what you do at the NOAH Project.
So I'm a child advocate, which basically means I help children with trauma and help them with coping mechanisms.
And something else, you are a huge Real Housewives fan, and that plays into your dinner next week. So tell us who's coming to town.
Oh my God, so I'm so excited. Taylor Armstrong from the Beverly Hills Housewife is coming to Abilene, Texas. And I'm so excited because she gets to speak on, a serious problem that we have here in Abilene and everywhere else in Texas. Sadly, 177 people have passed away from domestic violence, and she's going to speak on her experience.
And what was that like to know that she was all on board and ready to come to Abilene?
We were ecstatic, and one of the things is that it's really sad that she has to experience something like that, but she wants to make sure that everybody in Abilene and everybody in Texas knows about there's a shelter here in Abilene that they can call.
Mm-hmm. And so I guess Taylor's story kind of played out on television too. So what was that like, having to see her go through that when you work with people every day like that?
Yeah, unfortunately her husband at the time, Russell, committed suicide, but because he was already hurting her, and it was so hard as a viewer to see how much pain. She was trying so hard to make sure that their marriage was working. But just like victims that we see every day, we try to educate them and figure out things that they can do to get out of the relationship and be safe. And so she's an inspiration for many viewers and her daughter, Kennedy.
And so obviously it's Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and NOAH Project is celebrating 40 years. So that's kind of why this dinner is coming together. So what else are you guys going to be doing next week besides just hearing her story?
So we're selling tickets for $75 at the Abilene Convention Center, and we're also collaborating with the Adoption Center for the dogs and making sure that we spread out the word for domestic violence awareness.
And talk about some other things that y'all have kind of already done this month with the vigil and other things that the NOAH Project is doing to make people aware, and especially those victims out there who need help.
Yes, so we did do the vigil, and we represented the 177 people that passed away, but we also are doing the dinner, and then we're also doing another vigil this Monday.
And how do people get tickets to this dinner next weekend?
So you're
next week?
Yes, so you're going to go on the website www.noahproject.org, and then you could just go down and it'll say Taylor Armstrong's picture on it, and it'll say Abilene Convention Center, and you click on the button, and then you could put how much you would like to donate, but typically the basic is $75.
And so let's talk about the money that is raised. Obviously, I feel like you guys are almost full all the time with victims, adults to children. So talk about the money that is raised from this dinner and what it's going to do for those victims.
Oh, it's going to be so tremendous. So we're always needing diapers for the victims, baby formula, clothing, especially coats at this time because it's starting to get cold. Mm-hmm. But we also provide school supplies for them, lunch bags, backpacks, and basic Feneman products that the clients need. And
really quickly too, you guys are opening up a new wing, so that it's a good thing that you guys are opening that wing, but it's also kind of a sad thing that you have to have that much space because you are growing with victims.
Yes, we're growing so rapidly, and clients come in and out all the time, but there's some times where we don't have room, but we try to make sure that we can make space for them.
All right. Well, we appreciate you coming on today. Of course, this dinner is going to go to help all of these victims as well as their children. So you can come celebrate 40 years at the NOAH Project at the Abilene Convention Center on Thursday, October 24th at 7:30. You can get your tickets for the dinner or learn about the NOAH Project at noahproject.org.